Hello students, welcome to our virtual class. Please, look at these pictures. Now, read the sentences. She danced for 5 hours. Next, I passed my English exam last year. Erika wrote an email yesterday. They felt excited when they watched the World Cup final. The sentences are talking about the present, past, or future. What do you think? Good. They are talking about past. Look at the time expressions. The time expressions are in past and the verbs are in past tense. Good. Danced, passed, brought, felt, watched. So, today we are going to talk about the simple past, regular and irregular verbs. When do we use the simple past? To describe a singular past event. Examples: my brother lost my MP3 player yesterday. Rob arrived late to the meeting. Remember to describe a singular past event. What else? To describe series of consecutive past events. Example: this morning I took a shower, watched TV, read the newspaper, and cooked breakfast. To describe a series of consecutive past events. Oh, something that was true for some time in the past. Examples: she worked in a supermarket last year. They lived in Paris for 5 years. These situations were true for some time in the past. Now, we're going to start with affirmative sentences. In affirmative sentences, first we write subject plus the verb in past tense plus the complement. For example, I passed my English exam last year. You felt embarrassed yesterday. She went for a walk in the park. We ate some delicious cookies last night. Good. First we write the subject, the verb in past tense, and the complement. Pay attention to the verbs. The verbs are in past tense, of course. But some verbs we add ed and others verbs change. Why? Because some verbs are regulars and others are irregulars. Regular verbs. In affirmative forms of regular verbs, most verbs add ed. For example, last, lasted, want, wanted. Verbs ending in E add D. For example, like, liked, dance, danced. Verbs ending in a consonant plus Y change the Y to I and add ed. For instance, try, tried, worry, worried. But verbs ending in a vowel plus Y just add ed. For example, play, played, enjoy, enjoyed. Good. Now the irregular verbs. Well, in irregular verbs, here you have the base form and the past form. Okay? You have to learn the irregular verbs. There is a complete list of all the irregular verbs in the book on page 159. Here you have some examples. Now, we continue with the negative sentences. In negative sentences, we have the subject plus the auxiliary did plus not plus the verb plus complement. Remember, we can contract the negative form of the auxiliary verb do in the past. So did plus not, didn't. Okay? Don't forget. Here we have more examples. I didn't care. You didn't wash the car yesterday. Jim didn't finish his homework. They didn't go to the movies last night. Don't forget, use contractions. Did plus not, didn't. And the verb is in base form. Okay? Don't use the verb in past tense. Okay? Like this, in base form. Care, wash, finish, go. Now, questions are interrogative sentences. Well, we're going to start with yes/no questions. Why are yes/no questions? Because the answers could be yes or not. Okay, first we write the auxiliary did plus subject plus verb plus complement and the question mark. For example, did you listen to music last night? Yes, I did. Or no, I didn't. Next example. Did you feel bored at the party? Yes, she did. Or no, she didn't. Remember, in affirmative short answers, okay, we write in full form. But in negative short answers, we use contractions. Good. Now, the question words. In questions, we have a question word, for example, where, who, what, how. First, we write the question word, then we write the auxiliary, did, the subject, the verb in base form, and the complement. Finally, the question mark. Don't forget the verb is in base form. Okay? In that questions, we answered with a sentences. Okay? For example, where did you go last weekend? I went to the cinema. Who did you meet at the party? I met my friend Carla. What did they do this morning? They watched TV? How did she feel yesterday? She felt excited. Good. Don't forget, in questions, the verb is in base form. Now, the homework for today. Complete with the simple past of the verbs. Develop this activity in your notebook. Okay? Read and complete with the simple past of the verbs. Here you have the verbs and then you complete. Please don't forget to take a picture of your homework and send it to me by Camilo, or here you have my email. Okay, students, that's all for today. Our class is over. Goodbye.